girl Boss Lady, and I'm here in the DrJays.com offices with Diz Gibran. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderfully.
Coming back from a big trip in New York, you're about to leave us, head back to Cali.
Yeah. Been here about a week. Yeah, solid week, and just been running nonstop. Been a great trip though.
Well, you've had a great response.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about the new West, right?
Yeah.
What kind of vibes out in California, hip hop wise, these days?
Oh, I mean, it's one of those things where there's a lot of unity right now, which hasn't been really seen in LA. You know, I'm from LA. I can't really speak for all of California, but as far as LA goes, there's a lot of up and comers, a lot of cats that are doing their thing, and everybody's supporting each other. And up until now, that hasn't really been seen in LA. LA has been a very segregated place, especially as far as music goes, and other reasons too. But everybody kind of sees each other as competition. And as most places,
as you do in hip hop,
as most places, yeah. And we still do, but it's more of a friendly competition,
right?
And we're supporting each other because
that's how the South got ahead. They all kind of joined together, right?
Exactly. And so we're kind of taking that approach. Not even really it wasn't like a conscious thing. It was more like people just started doing it.
Okay.
But it's a good time in LA right now.
It really is. Now, your mixtape that you have out now for the past few months is called Soon You'll Understand.
Yes.
But I mean, there's no jerking, into the jerk. You don't have a jerk song, you don't do any jerk dances.
I come from a little bit different school of things. You know what I mean? But no disrespect to the jerk movement. Like actually, I have a lot of respect for the jerk movement just because these kids are doing their own thing.
Definitely. Now the mixtape is put out by yourself and Crooks Castles.
Yeah.
We're about to launch Crooks Castles denim on DrJays.com.
Dope.
We're also about to launch their new line, Can't Stop the Crooks.
Yeah.
On DrJays.com.
Yeah, CSTC.
How did you hook up with them? I've been told by Little Birdie you're very heavy in the streetwear game yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of came up in the street, and I come from the streetwear game.
So you did it differently.
Sales.
Sorry to interrupt you, but you went from fashion to music in a way, whereas a lot of rappers go from music to fashion. So you know your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and actually it's always kind of been moving on similar paths. I just was, my livelihood is in fashion, and the music is something I've always loved to do and have always done, but I didn't start taking it serious till a few years ago. Really till me and Moonshine linked up,
And the Crooks connection.
And then the Crooks, I've known the Crooks around the time they were getting started. I was working with a lot of brands. Doing marketing and sales, and you're at the Magic conventions, at all this stuff, and I met them in the club, and I had a Crooks shirt on, and they were like, "Yo," what I mean, and from then we would cross paths, and then later we started working together, and they're like family. What I mean? They've been, and since the music has been going, they've been one of our #1 supporters since before we even started putting stuff out.
That's great. Well, now we're all family.
Yeah, shout to the Crooks.
So what's up next music-wise?
Music-wise, now videos. We're getting ready to shoot a couple videos. We've been like real intent on extending the life of the project. We're not the types to drop an album and then drop a mixtape and a mixtape and a mixtape back to back. That's not us. We'd rather do a great body of work, let that stand on its own for a while, and then come back around. So now we're working on some videos to support that, support the project, and then we're working on new material. Probably have a new project out top of the year, top of 2010 or something like that.
Okay,
but
good.
Who knows? We'll
sounds
see.
Good. So if you haven't heard of him yet, you should have if you're on the internet because he's all over the place.
Yeah.
Soon you'll understand Diz Gibran or Gibran. I have to say it the proper way. I'm sorry.
You say it beautifully.
Oh, thank you. Where can we find you online? What's your Twitter? And
Twitter, it's all Diz Gibran. It's DizGibran. You can find me on any of those social networks just by typing that in. And then Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, all the regular stuff.
And why should they check out your music?
I think you'll get a lot from it. It's not fly by night stuff. You'll see that me and Moonshine take it very seriously. We're good at what we do, and it's music you can relate to. And if you're looking for something at the club, it might not be for you, but if you're looking for something to ride to in the car and zone out to in your house, we could definitely have that.
Well, there you go. You heard it. Thank you. Shukran.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.